How do we know the Bible is accurate? How do we know the Bible is accurate?
How do we know?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked that, brother.
I.S.U.P.K.
You got a question? Go ahead, brother. What's your question?
I believe everything you're saying.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
My contradiction is, how do we know the Bible is accurate? How do we know the Bible is accurate?
How do we know?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked that, brother. The most important thing that we always say that God said is 1 Thessalonians 5:21. It says, prove all things. And in the I.S.U.P.K, we don't ever say take our word for it. We say we're going to tell you what scriptures we reading and what records that we have, and let you have them so you can go and see it for yourself. I'm going to show you proof, black people, in the Bible. Give me 28:68.
No, I know all that.
Right, I'm going to show you.
But this is what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
And then Deuteronomy.
Damn right, brother.
This
Go
is
ahead.
what I'm saying. Like when we came over here from Africa,
Right.
we knew nothing of the language of this land.
That's not true, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the language of this land was not the language of the so-called European.
That's right.
The language that the Native Americans were speaking was Hebrew. And we have the records to prove that. One of our captains just did a 4-hour lecture explaining all the records of our people. See, our people know that we were in Africa. However, while we were in Africa, hold on, I'm teaching class. You good, brother? We ain't going nowhere. While we were in Africa, before we got to Africa, we ran from our home in the Middle East.
That's right.
The Romans had destroyed what was left of our government, and we, being a dark-skinned people, ran to hide amongst other dark-skinned people. Just like if you catch a charge up north, where you going? You're going down south. We ran from the north and went straight south, which was Africa. Jesus Christ told us that when our capital city was surrounded by the Roman armies, which he gonna get in Babylon to Timbuktu? Give me that from Babylon to Timbuktu. You got Babylon? Give me that. The record, see, in the I.S.U.P.K, we not a church.
That's right.
The word church in the Bible means school, house of books, house of learning. We teach what's in the Bible.
That's right.
Give me a page, should be page 90. This is what our people were doing in Africa. Our people have never been taught what happened in Africa. Don't you know we outclassed them Africans?
Right.
We run faster than them to this day. We jump higher than them. We break all the records. Swimming, boxing, music, entertainment. Name me the blind piano player that everybody knows.
Ray Charles.
But name me the blind African piano player everybody knows.
I don't know.
Ray Charles was a poor brother from the gutter in Georgia. Right. Everybody know Ray Charles. Then they can't see. Right. But he world known. Stevie Wonder's another one. Right. Giving just enough for the city. Hard Town, Mississippi. That brother can't see. How does he known around the world? How the hell you learn to play the piano? You blind. That's right. The whole earth knows Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. What is the African blind piano player? You know why they don't know him? God made one people special, and everybody else is the same.
That's right.
We the star people on the earth. We the great people, you understand?
Talk to you.
You understand? Hit it. No, you good, brother. Read this out. 28:68, page 90. 70 AD. Then it's 84. We're going to show you in the Bible, man. We prove everything that we saying in the scriptures.
That's right.
Our people ran into Africa running from the Romans.
That's right.
The same way that we ran from the South, running from the Ku Klux Klan.
That's right.
That didn't start with America. They've been doing this to us since the book of Genesis.
Right.
When we came out of Egypt, the so-called Jewish man, which is known as Amalek in the Bible, they were murdering our sick, our grandmothers, our people with canes and walkers and wheelchairs. They didn't want to go head up with Mike Tyson. They didn't want to fight a young Sugar Ray Leonard and Larry Holmes. They didn't want no smoke with Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and blacks and Haitians together. They want to go kill grandma. They want to go kill a baby. They want to go gun down some teenager. That's what they want. That's what they've always done to our people. Read that, brother.
In the year 65 BC, from Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
The Roman armies captured our capital city in 70 AD. Read on.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
The generals Vespasian and Titus, you can read about them in history. What they will never tell you is the people that they conquered were black people. Not Africans, not Arabs. They were black people, Negroes. That's who they conquered. They don't tell you that. Read on.
With great slaughter.
With what?
With great slaughter.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
With great slaughter.
Rosewood, Florida.
With great slaughter.
99 million dead in the transatlantic slave trade. What?
With great slaughter.
15 million abortions since Roe versus Wade. What?
With great slaughter.
Hanging us from trees.
With great slaughter.
Castrating young black men.
With great slaughter.
Cutting the breasts off of black female slaves.
With great slaughter.
Doing all those gynecological procedures and surgeries, ripping people apart with no anesthesia. What?
With great slaughter.
They were slaughtering our people. Read on.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine.
It was military governors that ruled over our people. You understand? Just like George Washington and Ulysses S. Grant and Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton, these are the same people that were ruling over us and killing us just like Donald Trump.
That's right.
Putting us in dog cages just like Donald Trump. Telling the police to murder unarmed black men just like Donald Trump. This is what these people have always done. This didn't just start. The Lord said they have had a perpetual hatred against our race of people since we were together in our mother's womb thousands of years ago in Genesis. That's why he told us to be separate. Keep reading.
Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Outrages and atrocities, man. They were doing horrible things to our people. Keep reading.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 100 million Jews, Salakia, that over 1 million Jews.
1 million what?
Jews.
1 million what?
Jews.
What about these Jews?
Fled into Africa.
Into where?
Into Africa.
If you are a white man and you are trying to hide from white people chasing you, would you run into Africa? Huh? Would you run to Africa? It don't make no sense, does it? So why would the Jews leave their land in Jerusalem in the Middle East and run into Africa if they were white? Keep reading.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
Running from slavery. The Mason-Dixon line. Sound familiar, black man? Keep reading.
The slave market.
The what?
The slave market.
The what?
The slave market.
What were in these slave markets?
Were full of black.
Of what?
Of black.
All colors.
Of black.
Race doesn't matter.
Of black.
Color doesn't matter.
Of black.
Of black what?
Jewish slaves.
The slaves in these markets were black Jews.
That's right.
Black man, this is your identity.
That's right.
That's why we reading out the Bible. This is a historical record. This ain't the Bible. This brother is Rudolph Windsor. He's a scholar from Temple University. You understand? And this brother did the archaeological research and study, just like many others have done, and found out that black man, you're not an African. We ran from Africa. We are the Jews of the Bible. You are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. You are the lost sheep of the house of Israel that Jesus Christ told the disciples to go get. And that's why today the disciples of Jesus Christ are here in Norfolk at this transit center to go and get God's lost sheep right here. That's why we here. You understand? Drop that, brother. The mission has never changed. It never had anything to do with saving our slave master. These people have been putting black people in slavery since 70 AD.
That's right.
They've been putting us in dog cages, irons and chains. Why do you think jail is filled with mostly blacks and Hispanics? Because that's the purpose, man. This is what they've always done to our people, which is why you have to be properly educated on how to live your life fighting against your oppressor and knowing what to do.
Right.
Drop that, brother. Give me that 2860.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
God said we were going into slavery. The word Egypt is not a great and wonderful place like they teach you. Egypt is a Greek word, Egyptos. It means bondage or slavery. Because when the Egyptians conquered the land of Egypt under Mark Antony and Cleopatra, who was a white woman and not an African, when they conquered Egypt, they saw the entire society of Egypt was built off of one race of people oppressing and murdering and enslaving another race of people, just like America was built.
Right.
Read on. That's why the Bible said we would go into Egypt a second time. The first time we physically walked into Egypt. How will we go to Egypt a second time?
Come. Into Egypt again with ships.
How will we go into this house of slavery?
With ships.
What was the transatlantic slave trade about?
With ships.
How do we know black people are who the Bible is talking about?
With ships.
Because cargo slave ships is in the Bible.
Right.
Slavery is in the Bible.
That's right.
The transatlantic slave trade is in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Meaning the place we were when he said this, our homeland in the Middle East, we would never see our homeland again once we went into slavery the second time. That's why if you ask black people, where do you come from? What is your land? They're going to say I'm African American. But Africa is a continent with 50 countries.
That's right.
And in those countries, they got about 20 different ethnic groups of people that have nothing to do with each other. The Nigerians and Cameroonians don't give a damn about each other. The Ethiopians and Somalians are not the same. The Eritreans and the Senegalese are not the same. They done lied to you, black man.
What?
America is 2 continents. Canada is in America. The United States is America. Central America is America. South America is America. Where the hell do you come from?
That's right.
Because we are the people that the Bible prophesied would not know what our homeland was.
That's right.
That's a lost people. That's a people that have lost their identity. That's why we here, because the Lord sent us to give you your identity back.
That's right.
Keep reading.
And there ye shall be sold.
What was going to happen when we got off a slave ship?
Ye shall be sold.
What happened when we got to America?
Ye shall be sold.
What happened when we got to Portsmouth and Newport News?
Ye shall be sold.
When we got to Columbia, Charleston, South Carolina, and Richmond, what happened?
Ye shall be sold.
We got off of cargo slave ships in North, South, Central America, and the Caribbean, and they sold our people. To who?
Unto your enemy.
Donald Trump was who?
Your enemy.
Andrew Jackson was who?
Your enemy.
Hillary Clinton was who?
Your enemy.
Benjamin Franklin was who?
Your enemy.
The founding fathers were who?
Your enemy.
Christopher Columbus was who?
Your enemy.
The conquistadors and pilgrims were who?
Your enemy.
God said these are our enemies.
That's right.
No wonder Amber Geiger came into the house and murdered that brother in his drawers in his living room. No murder the NYPD murdered Eric Gardner in broad daylight. No wonder they broke Freddie Gray's back in Baltimore in broad daylight. No wonder they gunned Tamir Rice down in the street on the playground at 12 years old.
Right.
No wonder they hung black people from trees.
Right.
God said we will be sold
unto your enemy.
Why do you think they're getting ready to gentrify the city? The state of Virginia minimum wage is $7 a damn hour. Why would you take a place to live from a people who making $7 an hour as if they could afford to go live some goddamn where else? Do you know why? Because we were sold to who?
Your enemy.
That's who runs to America. Our enemies. our slave master, our oppressor, Donald Trump. You understand? That's what the Bible said. Read on.
For bond men and bond women.
For slave men and slave women. Meaning we are men and women that have a price on our head.
That's right.
They hunting our steps. They know they can go in the ghetto and find the next top singer, the next dancer, the best rapper, the best inventor, the best Green Beret, the best Navy SEAL, the best commando, the best postal worker, the best cook. They can find Michael Jackson in the ghetto. They can find James Brown in the ghetto. They can find Mike Tyson in the ghetto. Lil Wayne and T.I. and Jay-Z in the ghetto. They know they can find Whitney Houston there because we have a price on our head.
That's right.
Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This is my last. I'm bringing up 7. You're ready. The Lord wants you to realize God didn't make everybody equal. God said he made one people special. You understand? We were never told the truth.
That's right.
Read that, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
You got to understand, black man, black woman, Hispanic, Native American, you are holy people. What does the word holy mean? What does it mean? Does it mean you sing and dance? Does it mean you go to church and beat a tambourine and wear the white gloves in the usher's board? What does it say?
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Unto who?
Unto the Lord thy God.
Who the black people belong to?
Unto the Lord thy God.
No, Wakanda.
Unto the Lord thy God.
The Democratic and Republican Party.
The Lord thy God.
To whatever gang or neighborhood you want to be from.
The Lord thy
To
God.
Allah and Islam.
The Lord thy
You
God.
can choose who you want to be.
The Lord thy God.
God said you belong to him.
That's right.
You don't have an option.
Right.
That's what they don't tell us in church. You don't have a choice.
That's right.
That you want to live another way.
That's right.
Apart from the way that God commanded us to live. That's why we have cancer. That's why we have AIDS. That's why we 2 million in prison. We don't have an alternative way to live. The alternative to living the way God said is for us to die. That's why we dying. They never taught us that in church, man. Keep reading.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
He did what?
Has chosen thee.
Wait a minute, I thought God loved everybody.
That's right.
The Bible said God chose you, black man. Read on.
To be a special.
To be what?
To be a special.
I thought everybody was special. To be what?
To be a special people.
A special people. The special people on the earth are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
You are the special people. No one else on the planet is special to the God of this Bible.
Right.
Nobody tell you crap. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No call it can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.